at the end of the last stream, which for reference was a couple of days ago now, we did set up this little like addendum to the loot bag creation system that is auto-opening Kappa bags, dumping them in this ender chest, and then over here we have the ender chest just pumping items constantly into our refined storage system. So the first question, Nick, is how many bytes did we use, right? Like how much space did all this take? And
Let's have a look at
apparently
the discs.
not much.
Look at that. It's freaking beautiful, man.
Wow.
We could probably just keep that going forever and it will just be fine because
Yeah.
Kappa bags are produced so infrequently. Like, it's fine. Now, the pressing question
Ooh.
is the reason that we set this up is because we wanted conversion kits. Oh. We've got 15 now of that.
Let's go.
That is what you love to see. Not quite enough, obviously, to upgrade all of these machines and all of the, innovation dynamos. But it's a good start, and it just means by probably next episode, we could just do it in phases. So this can be the power phase, and then, we could do the pulverizer phase, and then we can do the furnace phase, and that's it. Like, and then we just go from there. It would be great.
Yeah, we should kind of just slowly but surely get more and more of those as time goes by, Nick, which is very nice indeed. We have a persistent issue, Nick. Just don't if you avoid looking behind the chunk drawers, you will never be aware of the pressing, somewhat dire situation back there. But you can live in blissful ignorance, Nick, if you just avoid that area of the base entirely.
Right, I won't have a look, Isaac. I promise.
Okay, pinky promise.
Pinky promise, Isaac.
Cross your heart, hope to die.
Pinky promise. Cross my heart, hope to die. Shotgun, not me. Shotgun first.
Okay.
Bagsy.
Just don't go sticking any needles in your eye, okay? That's all I ask.
Promise. Oh, wait, actually, I've already done that, Isaac. I've already done that.
Slowly extracts needle from eye. Oh, gosh, no.
Wait, I thought that's what you meant to do. That's what I can't see.
Oh, no, that's a horrible sight. Oh, boy.
God.
What in the world? That sound?
Check this out, man. This is the sound of success.
Oh, here we go. Oh, so, okay. That sound is very bizarre. It sounds like it was made in someone's kitchen. It's quite...
When you put the lid on the ceramic pan a little bit too hard, just my goodness.
I'm pretty sure I did make some dynamo augments. Have you acquired these?
I've got these things, bro.
Oh,
look, I'm going to fill them. I'm going to put 4 in this one. Oh, yeah, God.
Like 600 redstone blocks per tick.
Oh, yeah, man. This is what the doctor ordered.
Perfect.
God.
Look at that.
Here we freaking go. My goodness.
Do we only have 7 of them?
Yeah, we do only have 7 of them. That's fine, man.
Nick? Nick, we don't do half measures here, Nick. If someone comes in and asks for like a half shot of their favorite beverage, Nick, their favorite alcoholic consumptive beverage, we say no. We say you have a full shot or you go home, Nick, because we do not do half measures. Yeah.
No. We say you have a double, Isaac. We say you have a double shot. We don't even give 1, we give 2. we give full overdrive, full shots, Isaac. 2 shots.
Could you imagine if you went out and asked for a single shot and they just said no, you will have a double shot. They would just... Oh, no.
Yeah, that's interesting. I actually had a very similar experience yesterday, Isaac, when I tried the McDonald's Double Big Mac.
Oh.
But you're going to have to wait for, podcast.goc.gg to wait for that one.
You would think that you're being paid every time you say that. The number of times you bring it up.
Yeah, but at least I've got it out the way for this episode, nice and early. All right, I had to find some way of putting it in.
Every stream, man. Every stream.
Amazing.
Okay,
oh my God, Isaac.
I made 64 augments, which might have been a bit overkill, but these are all now full.
No, it's not. Don't worry. I love it because we can put the rest of them in the machines.
They don't know that. Sorry, they're Dynamo only exclusive augments.
Ah, okay.
So
well, you know what? It's future proofing. All right, it's future proofing.
Okay,
don't worry about it.
Sure. If you say so.
So what's that? 4,200 RF per tick we're producing?
600 multiplied by 7. So yes, 4,200 RF per tick.
Jeez.
I still don't think it's enough, man, because obviously it's enough for now, but each fully upgraded pulverizer or redstone furnace, I think uses 300. So the pair uses 600, right? So for every one pulverizer and 1 redstone furnace, we need 1 fully upgraded dynamo. So the fact that we've got, 14 means we need double the number of dynamos to keep all this going at full speed.
Well, that's good then that you made 64 of those augments. Because this is really scalable, isn't it? Like, these dynamos aren't really that hard to make. So I reckon we triple this, right? So that we can sustain all of our machines and then have a, extra.
Right. Yeah, we can do. We can do. We could also, look at different power sources as well if we wanted
could do that.
to. Because obviously we don't have infinite upgrade kits. Of course, we will get them. But 15 over 3 days is not a crazy high ROI, So I think we want to be saving those for this guy over here. We do, Nick, have big, aka extreme reactors installed. And we do have Yellorium being produced as one of our sifting materials. So we could look at getting some kind of, grand reactor going if we wanted to.
Yeah, we could do that. What's the damage in terms of RF, Isaac? What do one of those rude boys produce? Like, let's say we start out, right? We build like a small to
max
medium
size 48 by 48 by 48 extreme reactor.
I mean, I don't know how hard those things are to make, but we have 7,200 Yellorium, Isaac. So, I mean...
I'm actually not too sure. I think a fairly small one. It depends on how the config is set up in this pack. I assume it's not particularly restrictive. But I would assume even a fairly small one would be able to pass 10,000 RF per tick fairly easily if given the right fuel and coolants. Yeah.
Yeah, because, that's exactly pretty much the amount that I wanted, right? I wanted to triple 4,200. So if we have something producing 10,000, that's more than tripling 4,200 combined. So
the math does add up, Nick. I can confirm.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. Like, let's do it, man. Let's have a let's go nuclear with this rude boy.
Going nuclear, yeah. Oh, wait, the chat does also make a good point. Like, we always go with the extreme reactors, Nick. One thing that you and I have rarely done, if ever in the past, is go with the turbines. The big reactor adds the big reactors, but it also adds big turbines. But what you can do is you can run a reactor in kind of steam mode, where it just turns water into steam, and then you can use the steam from that reactor to power like a much bigger, big old spinning turbine that produces just a ludicrous amount of redstone flux, depending on how big you go.
We have done that before, but I'd be up for doing it again. Maybe some kind of, just one giant fan, right?
Just a huge fan.
Just the biggest
pointing
fan.
Right down at us from above.
Exactly. And I want to call it the super fan, Isaac. Or the number one fan, right?
The number
That's
one.
That's what I want to call
super
it.
fan. Yeah, I mean, I'm down for it, man. We could always start small. We could start with the reactor, use that for power, and then repurpose it for, turbine power later on in the future, if we wanted to. We don't always have to go, I know we always do go big, but we don't always have to go big, quite so early into the pack.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We can go big or we can go home, Isaac.
We can also go home. Yeah, and home's nice sometimes,
And we're at home right now. So...
Very true. And have been for a very long time.
for too long, Isaac. We're at home. So, I mean... Yeah, what's the usual stuff? Is it the same as big reactors?
Yeah, so if you type in @extreme and then just leave it there, we need and if you want to prime your A key at the ready, we can begin some bookmarking.
Let's do it.
Make sure you're not in the refined storage system here, by the by. Otherwise, your bookmarking will fail. So you're going to want to bookmark the reactor controller, which has like the blank and a rectangle in the middle.
Yeah. Oh, this is legacy. Do I want legacy?
You want the old legacy to be great, my friend.
I want the biggest legacy anyone's ever seen. All right, yeah,
Bingo.
got
it. You want reactor casing. You want reactor fuel rods. We need a redstone flux power tap. We need a reactor access port.
Control rod.
And I
glass.
think we also need
casing.
A power tap.
Flux power tap. Right, so I've got flux power tap, casing, also glass as part of the casing, flux power tap. Oh, this is for the turbine. Never mind. Control rod and controller.
You got the access port, the one with the yellow arrows pointing in.
That's what I missed. Access port. So in total, 5 items.
6 if you include the reactor glass.
Exactly, yes. Yeah.
Is reactor glass there? I don't see it.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it's like got the yellow and black outer edge. I see. Yes. Okay, cool. So you need the outer frame of the cube to be made out of reactor casing. You can then make the inner windows out of glass if you like, which is easy enough to do. Nice. It's just glass with the casing. Oh, no, actually, it's harder than it might seem because the for some bizarre reason, the reactor glass requires hardened glass, not regular glass.
Well, you know what, Isaac? We could, we could produce that in your new magical Wizard of Oz smeltery that you tried to put down last time. Which,
you got something you want to say?
I mean, it was. We need the instruction manual. That's what I wanted to say. It didn't come with it. It's like getting a piece of flat pack furniture and them not including the instruction manual, Isaac. You just kind of put the things in the things until it doesn't work. And that's exactly what happened.
Lucky for you, Nick, I have the instruction manual open here on my secondary monitor.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah,
I
I did a quick peek. It turns out, bizarrely, that you need to put snowballs into the machine. Requires snowballs as a fuel for casting items.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Yeah. I guess the logic, Nick, if we're going to, give them a fair shake here, is that you are pulling molten metal out. And if you want to cool it rapidly, surely some kind of coolant would be required. I'm not quite sure if, the brightest minds and the best engineers that the Earth has to offer are cooling molten metal with snowballs, but, they could be, and we maybe just don't know.
I think it's genius, to be honest, Isaac. I mean, why do we need to use so much, electricity cooling things down when you can just use snow?
Bingo, man. And if you set up a big old net in an area where children throw snowballs, Nick, you're just going to catch them anyway. And they're made for free. You can just collect them and use one of those. So there are those machines where people are practicing their batting skills that fire balls at them. I assume there also has to be a machine that collects those balls. If we reuse that for collecting snowballs, we're good to go, man.
Yeah. No, too right, man. Too right. Let's do it.
if that checks out.
I mean, I think it's flawless logic, and I see no issue with it. So, I mean, yeah. And you know what they say, Isaac? The world's full of snow. It's not like we're running out of snow or ice.
Yeah,
Isaac.
no, definitely
Snow or ice is not melting.
Definitely not.
At a horribly scary rate.
I think, if anything, the world's getting colder.
Yeah, exactly. That's what they call it, don't they?
Yeah,
that's what they call the world. The world is cool, yo. Global cooling.
Cool world 2020.
Cool world. What a cool world we live in.
Do we have any water by any chance, man? I'm seeing a distinct lack of aqua around.
I noticed that as well, actually, a few episodes ago. Yes, things getting a bit thirsty, aren't they?
Yeah.
Isaac?
I guess we've got one over by the SNAD, right? Yeah, we do have one here, but I guess we'd have another one. I'm gonna have to crack back open the cold can of ex nihilo, Nick, and make a new bucket of water.
Oh my goodness! All right.
I know.
Jeez, ex nihilo. Who do you think you are? The freaking caveman? Putting leaves in a barrel and waiting about 3 years for it to come to fruition, Isaac.
I mean, what are you going to do, man? Oh, apparently we do have... The chat has pointed out that we have water essence, which we can use to make infinite water. Never mind, I'm good.
So no caveman action here, Isaac.
No, I mean, the caveman action is going, but I can cease production on caveman water.
So I've noticed that items... Oh, no, they are. No, what's good? I've noticed that items aren't being pulled out of the redstone furnaces here, Isaac. Is there
let's take a peek.
Minor configuration issue?
Ooh.
A bit of backing up, perhaps?
Yeah, potentially. Let me go and take a peek, Nick. I'll get back to you in 3 to 5 working weeks.
No worries, bro. No worries. I'm just
Nick. Okay, go on.
Hello.
Yeah.
You found.
No. Finish up yours. I've got a story to tell.
Oh, okay. Before you tell your story, Isaac, I'm just saying I'm upgrading some of these furnaces and shoving coal in them so that we get loads of graphite, because I forgot that graphite is required for this purpose. Luckily, because I'm assuming some kind of coal generator from the USRG, we have absolute butt tons of coal. So
I don't think it's USRG coal, man. I think it's I think it's just out of the sifting.
It's organic coal. Wow. El natural. But yeah, okay, that's great. Now, please, Isaac, take it away.
So what did you just say a minute ago? You said, you were on about the extraction issue, and I was going to say, 4 to 8 working days. That's what I said. So I received, Nick, a letter in the post today. My favorite thing in the world, being a millennial, I love receiving physical mail. I can't get enough of it, honestly. 10 out of 10. And this letter, Nick, was a parking fine because apparently I have parked illegally.
Yes.
So I saw it, I opened it up and the dread hits in when you see the big letters that are like, you owe £10 billion. It's a £100 fine, £60 if I pay it in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So I opened this fine. I'm like, okay, let's dig into this. Where the heck have I parked when I'm not supposed to be, right? I feel like I'm a pretty sensible parker, all things considered. I'm no Peter, but I'm a pretty sensible parker.
Yeah.
So I opens it up and apparently the car park that I have stayed too long in is the one next to where I get my Starbucks, right?
Right.
On occasion. I'll go to Starbucks and, sometimes I drive through. They've got a drive through. Sometimes I park up, I get out, get the coffee, get back in the car and leave. It's not a car park, right? There's it's on like a retail park. So there's like a B&Q and Argos. There's like other stuff there.
It's like a forecourt, right?
Yeah.
You've got, it's your actual parking bays and it's part of I get you, man. I get you.
So I was thinking, okay, I don't think I've parked illegally there. So I open it up, Nick. I've got it right here, actually. Here's the ASMR.
Go on. Oh, yeah, listen to that. That's some serious paper handling there. What's it say, Isaac?
You're allowed to stay in the car park for a maximum of 75 minutes, free parking. And for reference, I don't think I've ever stayed in this car park more than 4 minutes while I get my coffee.
Right.
They are saying that I stayed in from 2:58 p.m. on the 4th of December to 12:58 p.m. the next day. So almost 1 p.m. They think that I have left my car in this car park for 22 hours
right
on the 4th of December, between the 4th and the 5th. That's what they're alleging in this in this parking fine
situation.
And as mentioned previously, I do not think that I have ever had my car in the car park for more than an hour, right? If I'm going to like one of the bigger stores. I have definitely never left my car parked in that car park overnight, especially not during the UK lockdown, right?
Yeah.
That happened earlier this month. So I filed my rebuttal to that, Nick, this morning when I received it. Went online. Unfortunately, they don't take over the phone complaints, I guess, but and I can see why they're sending out letters like this. But I fill out the online form being like, hey, my friends, you seem to have mistaken me. I think what's probably happened is that I have been to Starbucks twice.
Yes, that's what I immediately thought. Yeah. And they thought, when you went in the first time, that's the only time you went in. And then when you came out the second time, that's the only time you came out.
Yes, they've clearly clocked me there on the 4th and then clocked me there on the 5th. And through some ingenious computer deep learning have decided that I must have been there 22 hours, which clearly is not the case. Someone in the Twitch chat did I stream on the 4th? I did. So I came home, I streamed for 2 hours on the 4th. And so, there is video proof of me being at my address, but I don't know how that gets past like QA, right? Like quality assurance, like how a 22-hour stayover is not checked before like a fine is sent out.
Yeah.
But,
it's
apparently
quite extreme, isn't it?
It is. It's very extreme. I'm just waiting for him to get back to me and be like, no, you definitely stayed there. I'll be like, I definitely didn't.
Yeah. Just decided to sleep in my car before I got my next Starbucks.
I like my
not?
Starbucks that much. That, you know how they say time flies when you're having fun, Nick? I took one sip of Starbucks.
It really did fly there.
And that was it.
You knew it. It was time for your second, fix. Jeez.
Exactly, man.
God,
exactly.
Yeah. I hate car parking fines, Isaac.
It's so
honestly.
bad. And like the whole thing seems so dodgy as well. Like the company is like, I had to Google like, is this company legit? Because like you never know. And then like they don't you can't talk to them on the phone. You've got to use their website. It's like it's just so dodgy. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it is. Like it really is. So it's because it's some weird name that's some kind of company that owns the car park.
Yeah.
And then so it's like, James Smith Holdings Ltd lol. and you're like, who the hell are they? Turns out his like mate's dad owns the car park and therefore he's the one who's got the card machine, right? That's, wired into the parking ticket machine.
There's no parking meter. You can't pay for parking here. It's
what?
legit. No, yeah, it's parking is free, but you can only stay for 75 minutes and you have to shop at the establishments that are there, right? But it's not a paid for car park. That's what's even more bizarre. Like, you don't have to pay for parking. It's a car park for the area that's there, Nick. You see, here in the rural suburbs of the UK, you know, we don't have quite such extreme parking measures where you have to park whenever your vehicle is stationary, or pay, sorry, whenever your vehicle is stationary.
Trust me, I think Birmingham got voted the worst place to park recently.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, like the most, like I think the measure was it takes the longest here to find a parking space, and I can wholeheartedly agree with that statement. It's horrible.
And when you do, you have to take out a small loan to cover the cost of the hourly fee to park there as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
My local car park, Isaac, for long-term stays, £100 a month.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oof.
I mean, I don't pay that, luckily, because I have a parking space in my apartment, which is like a godsend. However...
In your apartment?
Yeah. It's got it's a glass-fronted window. And then I press a little button and it goes down, you know, on a lift to the...
You've got really wide stairs that let you go all the way up.
Yeah, I've got a Hummer, and I actually just drive it up the stairs.
Wow, things really are getting bad in Birmingham if you're parking your car in your apartment.
You know, Isaac, it's the hardest place to park. You got to park somewhere. It's like just, you know, your living room is going to have to suffice.
See, Nick, now I know why, you know, housing prices and apartment prices are going up so much, Nick. It's because they've got to build car park facilities in there. Jeez.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not even just parking as well, man. I think I might have mentioned this before, but I went to London a few months ago and I got fined for turning left at a left turn because it went across a bus lane. However, they deliberately designed the road to make you turn left, so that you then go across the bus lane so that they can then fine you.
Yeah.
I then also got fined for buying London congestion charge on the wrong day, even though I had definitely booked it for the right day, because I booked 2 days in a row and it decided to book one day and then another day a week later.
Yeah.
Which was also not refunded.
That's the thing. It's also dodgy as well. Like, it all seems so unaccountable, right? Like, it's like you
horrible.
don't know who's fining you, and like there's no... But for somehow it seems legally binding, like you have to pay this fine.
Yeah, it's very weird. It's all like, because it's all private companies that own all these car parks. Well, I need to buy a car park, man. You make a few million off, like, you know, a day's worth of fines if you own a car park.
Yeah. Don't even charge people to park there. Just work on fines alone.
Exactly. I mean, that's what happened to you, man. It seemed to work pretty efficiently.
Well, I mean, you know, we'll see how it goes. They've got 14 days to respond, apparently. But I'm very hopeful that I will not have to pay for this fine.
Yeah.
Because I did not park my car in a car park for 22 hours.
No. That's like legit, what the hell, guys, material. Isn't it?
Insanity.
It's horrible. It's quite funny, actually, because one of my friends had a similar situation a few years ago. He got fined for parking in Burger King's car park and then eating at Burger King.
Right.
E.g., he broke I think it was 45 minutes or something ridiculous like that. That was their maximum stay time. And he went in, you know, to eat Burger King. And I think he was catching up with some friends. And they overstayed the 45-minute time, but there was no warning. Like, it's small, it's like a small little sign, right?
Yeah,
next
they
to
always
some
are.
random drain that's like, maximum stay, 45 minutes. And it's got like that, you know, the Shining, that guy, through the Jack, his name is, looking through the door, looking right and left. That's what I imagine the face of that sign looks like if it had one, right? It's like
100%, man. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awful. It's awful. This is the thing. They just want us to throw away our cars, Isaac, and take the bus and the trains.
Is
and
that
walk.
what they're doing?
Maybe that's what it is. No petrol cars by 2030.
It's actually
whatever it is.
It's actually a government scheme to lower car usage.
These are all government-owned companies. Yeah. Private my ass. It's just, you know, Boris there going, oh yes, we're going to achieve the bloody old efficiency target of bloody old 2030. Bloody old brilliant. And, you know, there it is. And it's all the car park's fault.
Gosh dang it. Can't win.
Yeah.
Cannot win.
Yeah. Never at all. Hey, I'm trying to make this hardened glass. What do we need? I'm assuming it's like freaking...
You need like an induction smelter. Well, okay. I think, Nicholas, I have acquired an alloy smelter, a simple one, but an alloy smelter nonetheless. I believe that we can very slowly, but surely, turn nether quartz into like quartz glass, which you can use, I believe, in place of hardened glass.
Okay, that's good. And I'm assuming, I know you have to do all that stupid stuff to turn it into a normal alloy smelter. But if at any point we do, we have 72 octadic capacitors from loot bag rewards. So
we do.
Yeah, that's kind of nice.
Alas, we have no acceleration ones.
I have one.
Ah.
Yeah, the OG one. It's even in my hotbar. I've been wanting to use this for ages. There you go. It's not charged. You have to charge it.
That's what I'm going to work on, my friend.
Nice. Okay, yeah, then we can, bash that thing up and get quartz glass, which will be perfect, then I can make the reactor glass.
Yeah, there we go. We can accelerate everything. That's the plan.
Yeah, good. Because you need the reactor glass for the fuel rods as well.
Right.
Because all this stuff is very easy to make. I've made all the components apart from the glass required things, so the reactor glass and the fuel rods. My next question is how many, the control rods, the things that go at the top of the fuel rods, how many of those are we wanting to start? I've made 8.
That depends on how big you want the reactor to be and how much fuel you want it to use, right? Yeah, depending. It depends on a myriad of factors, Nick. You could make a massive reactor that has one fuel rod and is just a lot of cooling.
Right.
That would be unnecessary, of course. But you could. You could also make a reactor that's like full of fuel rods with no cooling, but that would also be not ideal. I don't think. I think ideally you want the fuel rods go at the top. Well, actually, no. Okay, so you need, Nick. I believe. Let me go to @extreme here. You need some reactor control rods.
Yes, that's what I've made 8 of. So this would support 8 lines of fuel rods.
Yes, I didn't tell you about the control rods, but you've pieced that one together yourself.
I remembered it.
Beautiful.
From back in the day.
For every control rod, you need a number of fuel rods that goes, because the control rods go at the top of the reactor, and then you have fuel rods coming down from them. Yeah. So it really depends on how big you want the smeltery to be, I guess. I think ideally you want the fuel rod to be down like this, and then you want space around the fuel rod, like here, and here for cooling.
Right, yes.
So, and then from there, it just depends on how big you want to go, right? So you can have another fuel rod here, another fuel rod here, and then more cooling
like
here
grid pattern.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Kind of hard to demonstrate.
No, I know what you mean. Even though you used one block for every material. It's all right, Isaac. I understand.